Oh, hello, sailor. And that's something you're likely to hear around these parts because, yes, I'm in Cowes, home of the world's oldest regatta. But I'm not here to look for men in white uniforms. I'm here to search for ghosts. Yes, that's right. Another ghost walk on the Isle of Wight. All right, let's go on with it. Good luck, everyone, especially me. Things to look out for in Northwood Park. Oh. Maybe that was the big donga they were talking about on the map. Anyway, behind me is Northwood House, built in 1793. And our ghost sighting takes place back during World War II, when this was a Red Cross centre. And Elsie, who was a 19-year-old ambulance driver, was on a night shift. It was 3:30 in the morning, and she fancied a cup of tea. She went down into the kitchens, but oh no, a big mistake. She heard some boxes being moved around. She shone her torch in the direction of the noise, only to reveal a ghost. That's right, but what was it? Why don't you guess? Was it A, Queen Victoria, B, a grey lady, or C, a pirate? Choose wisely, cool dudes. Have you thought about what it was? It was C, a pirate. Apparently, the pirate's name was Henry, and he was regularly spotted around the area. Because below Northwood House were smuggling tunnels which go all the way to 100 yards of the beach. So it was used a lot by smugglers, and Henry and his mates. Pretty good, right? Again, I must thank Gay Baldwin and her incredible range of books as the source material for this walk. You can get those at ghostisland.com, the website's down below. This is the Royal Yacht Squadron, probably the most prestigious yacht club in the world. You know it's flash when they've got their own label gate. Pretty impressive building. Anyway, cool dudes, here's the ghost story. Back in 1971, there was a midwife called Sonia, and she was helping a lady who was in labour. That night, she went downstairs to sleep in one of the rooms, and she was kept company by the couple's pet dog. But oh no, but during the night, she was awoken by the dog snarling and growling. She looked up, and at the French doors was a soldier. Not just any old soldier, a blooming ghost soldier. And he came through the drawers and glided towards her. The dog started snarling and growling, and luckily the ghost disappeared. I wonder if the ghost was scared off by her big growler. Who knows? But if the midwife came here to find ghosts, the Royal Yacht Squadron certainly delivered. You've probably heard the famous joke called, dudes, what's brown and steaming and comes out of Cowes? The Isle of Wight ferry. But the ferry isn't brown anymore and is no longer a steamship. But in 1941 it was. And that was when Arthur, who was aboard going to Southampton, the weather was terrible, but from between the clouds appeared a four-masted ship. And incredibly, it was sailing against the wind. Arthur said, "That's impossible." And then the ship disappeared. What do you think, cool dudes? Ghost ship or bullshit? You decide. What's that up there, cool dudes? It's the Trinity Theatre. It's home to about 1 million ghosts. There's one in the lighting box. There's a bloke ghost who thinks the lady's changing room is his office. And scariest of all is the ghost of a bloodied footprint that appears in the theatre and then disappears and reappears. And yes, I can't say theatre properly. I had a similar experience with these footprints when some workmen came round to fit my internet, and when they left I looked down and I saw one on the floor and I thought, bloody footprint. Anyway, in case you're wondering, there's also ghostly footsteps that's been heard going across the stage. Yeah, ghostly footsteps again. Alright, let's get on with it. Just round the corner from the theatre is a Union Inn. According to an old landlord, it is haunted as well. It started when pennies used to appear randomly around the pub, and then there was a sound of footsteps going up the stairs at the same time every night at 9 o'clock and coming back down again at 3:30. And it was said there was once a sea light tower at the top of the old Union Inn, and there was a light used to guide the fishermen back from their journeys. Quick detour, cool dudes, to world-renowned rigging makers, Spencer Riggings. But we're not here to talk about rope. No, it's ghosts, obviously. This place has been a church, a cinema, a makeshift fire station, and it was also where a ghost was seen by the old cleaner called Nellie. She was just washing some teacups, as you do, when she noticed a young man dressed as a sailor looking at some old rigging. She turned around and he vanished into thin air. Typical ghost behaviour. The next day she asked about the rigging, and it was said to have belonged to a ship called the Morning Cloud, which tragically was damaged off the Sussex coast, and Sir Edward Heath's godson and another sailor disappeared and were never seen again. The ghost was probably working out what went wrong, poor bloke. Alright, back into cows. Nice one, cool dudes. It is time for the very last ghost. A young girl who haunted the former guest house called the Wishing Well Guest House up there. It was a girl called Ursula who was dressed in an Edwardian costume and had long blonde hair. According to the story, she liked watching television and occasionally accompanied the family there out when they went shopping. I mean, it sounds more like an imaginary friend than a ghost. And she was called Lala for short. I mean, the questions are adding up, but apparently people in the shop next door and the hairdressers also spotted her, and she was a regular visitor. So, alright, it must be true. Alright, cool dudes, time to go out of cows and onto the floating bridge. If I was haunted by a ghost, I probably wouldn't call it Lala, because people would definitely think I was insane. And that is today's question of the day, cool dudes. What is a good name for a ghost? Please write your answers below. Nice one. £1.50. Nice one, cool dude. Jamily, I managed to catch the floating bridge just in time. Excellent. That walk was very enjoyable. It's just 2 miles long, pretty easy for anyone to do. If you enjoyed that, why not join the Cool Dudes Walking Club? And then you can get to see more videos, use these incredible emojis, or even you could buy some merchandise from the website. The prize draw for all the members is coming up next. Oh yes, one more thing. Stay cool. Alright, see you later. yet another wonderful walk. And yes, I did do some artwork. I drew a picture of the photo that I took, and this is available on eBay to bid for now. Let's start at £10. All proceeds, as usual, go towards walking. All right, cool dudes. Before the prize draw, I have to say thank you very much to everyone who sent in pictures of your key rings. They're great. They're at the end of the video in a gallery. Sorry, my voice apparently seems to be breaking. I've got one request, which is if you send in pictures, please could you send them to cooldueswalkingclub@gmail.com, because otherwise I lose track of the pictures over all the other different platforms. That would be wonderful. And also, landscape mode is always great. But thank you for sending them in. Apologies if I've lost your picture. It is time for the prize draw. No, it isn't. It's time to say thank you very much to Mr. Jim Moon, who runs a website called hypnogoria.com. Links below. And among the many brilliant writings on there, he also hosts 3 podcasts, the Hypnogoria one being the longest running horror podcast in Britain. Please check it out. And I'm very flattered that he's done a podcast all about Cool Dudes Walking Club. Thank you, Jim. I was very touched by that. Please have a listen. Links below in the description. Right, it is time for the prize draw. As I said before the year started, a quarterly prize draw will be for the old members and the new YouTube members. So there were 933 members from the website before I shifted to YouTube, and there are 336 excellent people who helped me out on YouTube, making a total of 1,269 entries in the prize draw. A random number generator, generate me a number. Generate 923. Congratulations to Cool Dude Adrian. You have won the Spotter's Handbook, the greatest zine ever made, a Isle of Wight walk by me, a keyring, a card by the excellent Stripey Art, and stickers and badges. Nice one. I'll be in touch. Big thank you to everyone who's joined the club and helped me out. Here are the pictures. All right, I'll see you next time. Stay cool.